Games. The big event of the afternoon is the ski jumping on the large hill, critical point 114 meters. A very good afternoon to you. Matt Chilton with you for the next 2 hours or so for the second World Cup ski jumping event of the weekend. Yesterday's event on the smaller hill was won convincingly by the brilliant Japanese stylist Noriaki Kasai. His newly developed technique has once again changed the face of ski jumping. The V technique, introduced 4 years ago by the Swede Jan Bokloff, has now been further adapted by Kasai and has given a whole new look to the sport. It's more of an extended spread eagle than a V technique, and it is devastatingly effective. Kasai appeared to be in the prototype stage during the World Championships, but his performance yesterday would seem to suggest that the technique is now nearing perfection. Almost ready to go here in Lahti on the large hill. The event yesterday took place just to the left of where you look now. 3 hills here in Lahti, a 70-meter, a 90-meter, and the big one in use today, a 114 meters critical point. That's the distance from the end of the in-run to where the landing area begins to flatten out. The 4 jumpers doing their job, making sure that the in-run, the landing area is safe. And then we'll kick off with jumper proper number 1, which will be Mika Lahtinen of Finland. 10 jumpers, all young Finnish athletes, making up numbers 1 to 10 before we move into the top seeded athletes. 69 starters in round 1. That will be reduced to 35 for the second round. We had a few problems yesterday. The second round kicked off eventually, but the first round was running into all sorts of problems. After 40 jumpers had jumped their first round, the organisers decided that the starting point was set too high and we had to start all over again. Let's hope that they've learnt their lesson from yesterday's mistakes and that we'll have no such hiccups today. So Mika Lahtinen gets us underway, number 1. 19-year-old, lives and trains here in Lahti. Didn't qualify for the second round yesterday. 85 meters, his distance here today in the first round. Toni Nieminen will be jumping a little bit later on. A lot of hopes lay with him for Finnish glory yesterday. Didn't really come to fruition. Nieminen, in fact, failed to qualify for the second round, but let's not write him off. His form is definitely improving. This is number 3. Juho Forsman. Wide stance from Forsman. Not quite the expected distance, and the landing not in the true telemark style, which is required by the judges, and Forsman will lose star marks as a result of not executing that telemark landing. 11s down to 9s from the Norwegian job, only 74 meters for Forsman. Jarkko Ahava, also of Finland. This hill in Finland, scene of so many spectacular ski jumping events over the years. The record holder on the hill is Toni Nieminen, with a jump of 125 meters, which he set in 1991, and that is a whole 11 meters beyond the critical point, so gives you an idea of what can be achieved on this hill. Number 5, Pasi Kitasaho, also of Finland. Fabulous camera work from the Finnish television here today. .78 meters for Kitasaho, so still the longest from Mika Lahtinen at 85. Kitasaho goes into second, but he'll struggle to qualify for round 2 with that distance. Jana Salonen, number 6. Waits for the green light and the signal from his coach. Takeoff speed approaching 100 kilometers an hour. Big names jumping today. Werner Rathmeyer, World Cup leader, who actually failed to qualify for the second round yesterday. But remember, Rathmeyer coming back from injury. He'll be our last jumper. Andy Goldberger, Four Hills champion. Finished out of the top 3 yesterday. Noriaki Kasai, of course, he'll be jumping at number 67. And the man who came in second, Yaroslav Sakala, a great Czech athlete who's in quite blistering form. He goes at 66. This is Samuli Salo Jani. The crowd's beginning to arrive from the restaurants and bars behind the stadium. And by the time we get into the top-ranked jumpers from number 50 onwards, we expect to see a crowd of around 25,000 here today. The national sport of Finland, ski jumping, brings out all members of the family. And of course, they'll all be hoping for a Finnish victory. The best yesterday was from Vesa Hakala, who's in fact been their most consistent jumper of the season. Hakala jumps at 57 today. Isa Kononen, 70 meters for him. Into 7th, style marks letting him down. Number 9, Pekka Niemela. Finns, in fact, without a World Cup or World Championship victory this season, which is very disheartening for a nation which rates ski jumping as its #1 sport. Tony Niemanen's problems with alcohol at the beginning of the season finally have been put behind him, but seems to be a little bit too late. Now this young man is getting very efficient in his ski jumping. We've seen him several times this year. Jana Ahonen, 23rd in Innsbruck, 31st in the World Championships. Still only 16 years old and growing in stature with every competition he enters. And that's a fine opening jump from Ahonen. Looked upon by the Finns as the possible replacement for Tony Nieminen, although Nieminen himself still only 17. I love it when one of their young athletes takes on the world and wins, as did Matti Nykänen in Calgary. And they look towards Jana Ahonen and Risto Jusilainen to take over the #1 spot. 92 meters, longest jump so far from Jana Ahonen. This is Bruno Reutela of Switzerland. He had a good result yesterday, 21st position. Suddenly come to jump with the world's best in the last few weeks. And that's a disappointing start from Reutela, failing to establish a solid position in the air. And the result was an early landing. 73 meters, Reutela into 8th position. Number 12, 18-year-old Dejan Jekovic of Slovenia. 32nd here yesterday. Best result was on the flying hill in Bad Mittendorf, the last World Cup before the World Championships. He finished 16th there. Well, style was reasonable. The landing was good from Jekovic, but distance not quite up to par. And again, he will struggle to reappear for the second round. Only the top 35 go into the second round. And I imagine the cutoff point will come at around the 80-85 meter mark. Another popular local Finnish jumper, Reimo Ilipili, 35th yesterday. Good result for him. And another good jump from Ilipili. He's a man who has a wealth of experience. He's been around now for a long time, 30 years of age. Won the final event of the Four Hills way back in '87. He was second here in that year as well. Just under 90 meters. 89.5 for Ilipili. Making a bit of a comeback this year. Second Slovenian challenger, Sejmo Komovic, 30th yesterday. Good takeoff. Nice jump from Komovic. That'll give him good confidence for the second round and look to be enough to ensure his participation in that second round. Good telemark landing, not quite getting right down on the skis, but nonetheless reasonable landing, and style marks quite promising. Greg Booster of the United States. His teammates Bob Holm and Jim Holland also jumping here today. .77 meters for Booster. Very keen to make it through to the second round, but he may struggle with that distance. 6th for the moment. Johan Rasmussen of Sweden. Good result for him yesterday, 20th. The Swedish squad not having the most successful of seasons. 22-year-old from Bordes. Well, that was below his achievement of yesterday. I think the Swedish squad just need a top 5 finish. The best jumper probably is Martinsson at the moment. I think he was their most recent World Cup winner in 1991. Last time they had a really successful jumper was Jan Bokloff, who won the World Cup the year he introduced the new technique. Bokloff has had a very disappointing season and isn't even competing here. Frode Harde of Norway. Well, no one's yet approached 100 meters. We'll expect to see that from the likes of Goldberger, Kasai and the rest. .79 meters for Harder. Next jumper could possibly put down a distance in the 90s. Sejmo Gostiza, 6th in the World Championships. Didn't have a good tournament yesterday, but a very talented jumper. No, but not today. Gostisa not getting his body forward enough, leaving too much of a gap between his upper body and the skis, and that's creating too much wind resistance. 79 meters, that's poor jumping really from Gostisa. He can go much further than that. Wanderlei Verweyken, 30th yesterday. Best result was a 4th in 1991 in Lake Placid. 39th in the World Championships. It's better body position from Verweyken, good landing. But again, the distance, not what we'd expect from a regular World Cup competitor. We may have to wait until we get into start number 50 and upwards before we start seeing distances in the 90s. Only 84 meters for Verweyken. Well, no Sylvain Freiholz at the start. Number 20, which is a surprise because Freiholz jumped well yesterday. So we go on to 21, which is Bob Holm of the United States. 32nd in the World Championships. That's his best result of the season. Bob Holm certainly has the courage and the aggression to be a successful jumper. His technique is somewhat lacking, and that may be a result of the shortage of ski jumping training facilities in the States. Not too much depth within their ski jumping program. If they were to achieve some success on the World Cup, that may change. .91 kilometers per hour for Bob Holm, smiling through despite an unimpressive distance. Style marks consistent, but nothing too spectacular. 80.5 meters. Well, we'll wait and see if Bob Holm jumps again in the second round. Jana Vartanen, also of Finland, 31st yesterday. Interesting style from Vartanen. Very stiff in his upper body, not relaxing as he should in the air. And 79 meters, 8th position for the Finn. John Lakai of Canada. 21-year-old from Thunder Bay, the main central point of Canadian jumping, which is suffering the same problems as the American system. Europeans, certainly the Austrians, Norwegians, Swedes and Germans benefit from an excess of ski jumping hills of all different shapes and sizes all over their country, which isn't the case in North America. See the stands beginning to fill. Lakai looks up to the scoreboard for his distance. I won't be too pleased with that. 78 meters. Wanderlei Zagliacic of Russia. Very low on the in run. I don't know what he can do with that aggressive attitude. Well, still jumping in a half classic, half V technique, failing to open the tips of the skis wide enough which is what gives the jumper the required lift to propel them just a few meters further. 76 meters for Zagliacic. First of the Italians, Ivo Pertile. 28th in the World Championships on this size of hill. Born in Predazzo, which is a ski jumping centre in Italy. Hosted a World Cup individual and team event earlier this season. Best of the Italians, Ivan Lunardi goes at 46. Lunardi, of course, narrowly missing out on a medal in the Worlds. 85 meters, respectable distance for Pertile, into fourth. Robert Meglic of Slovenia, 17th in the World Championships, 27th here yesterday. Struggling to put his legs into the same position, very unsymmetrical in the air. It'll cost him a lot of style points. Look at that, nothing over 12, into 13th for the moment for Robert Meglic. Sven Hannawald of Germany, 18-year-old from Jettingen. Nice style in the air from Hannawald. Well, that's where he went wrong. The best jumpers will establish a similar style, but they'll be able to hold the position and judge the arrival of the snow as it approaches them in the air. Not much better than the young German, 75 meters and into 18th for Hannawald. He'll be unlikely to qualify with that. Magnus Westman. Enjoying his ski jumping by the looks of it, and seems to have lost a few pounds since the World Championships. (33rd) in the opening World Cup of the season is his best performance. Been no better than that since. Just under 80 meters, Westman into 10. Alexander Ogorodnikov. First of the Belarusians. Still to develop the open stance, preferring to remain jumping in classic, but you won't get him very far. 75 meters. Well, a few cheers for the arrival of the first Japanese athlete. So much the crowd pleasers, the Japanese, with their unique style, which has been further developed by Noriaki Kasai. This is Takanobu Okabe. Look at that, so different to the Europeans, but not as Okabe would have liked. 22nd he was yesterday. Had a good World Championship campaign. He was 12th on the large hill, 14th on the normal hill. And at 73 meters for Okabe is very disappointing. This you can imagine, as a Finnish athlete at the top. Ari-Pekka Nikola. Double gold medalist in team events at the Olympics. 28 times he's been in the top 3 in World Cup. It's a bit more like it from Nikola, but not up to his previous form of the late 80s. World Cup champion in 1990, Nikola. Then was slightly bemused by the arrival of a certain Toni Nieminen, as Nikola was just establishing himself as the Finnish #1. Along came Toni Nieminen. Mikael Essin, 10th in the Olympics. 25th here yesterday. Well, we're still not seeing the distances that you come to expect on this hill. It won't be long before the best jumpers start breaking that 90-meter mark. In the second round, hopefully the start gate will be raised. Well, Essin, good distance, 92. Style letting him down a bit. Gerd Siegmund of Germany, 20th in the World Championships. Silver medal in the team event there. It's a little bit more like it from Siegmund. Very effective flight, and particularly precise landing from Siegmund. A little bit of arm movement, that shouldn't cost him too much in the way of style. Second place, 93.5 for Siegmund. That's good jumping. Hitoshi Sakurai of Japan. Very unfortunate yesterday with a jump of 92 meters on the smaller of the two hills. We need to be told to scrub that one and jump again, which was most unfair, I felt. Now, can he put that behind him and repeat his earlier performance of yesterday? Good style, nice jump, but a little short of what you may expect from this man. And only 83 meters, so Hitoshi Sakurai not having a very good visit to Finland. He'll go away from here with very unhappy memories. Marian Bielczyk from Slovakia, 17th here yesterday, so an improving jumper. One to look out for perhaps in the 94 season. .83 meters puts him into 11th. So, judging by the performance of the latest seeded athletes, the cutoff point will come at around 80 meters for the second round. Ladislav Dluhos of the Czech Republic, 15th yesterday. Fine result for him. He's been out of contention for most of this season through injury. 32 times he's finished in the top 10. He's been away training and working on his V technique, and it seems to have paid dividends, because that was a fine jump from Ladislav Dluhos. Aggressive on the takeoff, slight flapping of the left arm, but that will be down to the judges' own interpretation whether they deduct style marks. 93 meters into third. equaling the longest jump. Now Martin Svalageko of Slovakia. Familiar face to Eurosport viewers now, 35th yesterday. Now, typically, Svalageko gets into a very good position in flight and then seems to prepare for his landing slightly early. I always think he could just hold his aerial flight for a little longer. That would give him more effective distance. Now Tony Nieminen, Olympic champion. Final chance for Nieminen to give the Finnish fans something to really shout about. Still the darling of the Finnish nation, but a very unfortunate season. Didn't even qualify for the second round yesterday, Nieminen. World Cup champion last year, Olympic champion. Prefers the larger hill. Let's see what he can produce. It's a good position, but disappointing. And Nieminen must be wondering where it's all gone. The ability he showed last year was quite unprecedented. Seems to me, as he's got slightly older, his fearless attitude has disappeared slightly. 85.5. Well, he may be back in the second round, but he'll struggle to score World Cup points. Christian Moser wears the green bib of the Europa Cup leader. Once again, Roberto Chacon failing to arrive at the start. So we skip 39 and move on to Moser, number 40. And he is a man to look out for. Looks like he may take the Europa Cup title this year, in which case he will be jumping regularly on World Cup next year and will almost certainly form part of the Austrian squad in World Cup in 1994. 89 meters into 7th. Good jumping from Moser, further than Nieminen. Øyvind Berg, gold medalist in the team event from the World Championships, had a very good individual competition yesterday. His best of the season by far when he finished 8th. Berg getting better and better. Well, a respectable start. But remember, this is a competition of 2 rounds. And it's crucial that the athletes jump consistently from round 1 to round 2, stand any sort of chance of picking up World Cup points. Only the top 15 get World Cup points. Berg, with 90 meters, goes into 6th. František Jets, 18th here yesterday. His best result of the season. His 7th in Predazzo. He won 4 World Cups in 1990. He's since been off the podium. It's a little better from Yates, certainly than the jumpers we've seen so far. That may give him the lead, depending on how the judges interpret his style. Very low on the in-run and aggressive on the takeoff. That's the key. Nice landing. Yes, Yates goes into the lead, 93 meters. Good style marks. So Martin Truntz from Switzerland needs something quite extraordinary for him. Well, he was very straight in his body position in the air, but again, distance was short. Stand almost full now. About 20,000 they're expecting to watch this event. 85.5 meters for Martin Truntz. That's the method of getting back to the start. They don't go up on their skis as it affects the waxing. So it's a case of hanging on to the pommel lift and hop, skipping and jumping it up the track. This is Andreas Scherer of Germany. Scherer again getting into a fine aerial position, but all he needed to do was hold it for longer. '29th in the World Championships, had a 6th in Garmisch on home snow, which was a fine result for him, but only 19th at the moment. Now Jani Soinenen's going well, 11th here yesterday, just short of his best result of the season. And will benefit from the home support. Down early. .87 meters for Soinenen. He should scrape through to the second round. 90.4 kilometers an hour, the takeoff speed. Best of the Italians next. It's Ivan Lunardi. Just missed out on the medal in the World Championships when he was 4th in the normal hill. And you had to feel very sorry for Lunardi because he came so close. 4th in Garmisch as well. Yet to get on the podium this season. Yet to get on the podium in his career. Very talented jumper. Fine style, as you can see. Good lift from Lunardi. Oh, brilliant jump. Ivan Lunardi really is a jumper of great pedigree. 11th overall in the 4 hills, despite not jumping particularly well. But that was more like it from the Italian. Lovely jump. Lunardi obviously saying to himself, I will finish in the top 3 by hook or by crook this season. He's gradually running out of chances. It's one of the best jumps I've seen from him. Look at that style. Near perfection from the Italian. And a great landing. That's almost certainly the lead. Yes, indeed. 110 meters. Fantastic from Ivan Lunardi. 4 short of the K point. So Ivan Lunardi leading. This is Yasuzaki Naoki. 4th yesterday. Oh, but he struggled on takeoff and short of Lunardi's distance. Yasuzaki had a very good competition. He qualified way down the list for the second round, but then jumped extraordinary distance in the second to give himself 4th place. 95.5, second for the moment for the Japanese. Deonis Vodnev of Kazakhstan equaled 13th yesterday. Ivan Lunardi leads with a jump of 110 meters. Closest to him is the Japanese Naoki Yasuzaki with 95.5. This is Vodnev of Kazakhstan, who's getting better and better as the season draws on. .93 meters for Vodnev should put him into the top 10. Well, in fact, 4th. Good jump. Helga Brenderian, 28 yesterday. Gold medalist from the team event at the World Championships in Falun. Fifth on the large hill in the World Championships in the individual event, and he jumped 121 meters there, which was 6 beyond the record. Only to see his teammate Bredesen extend the record even further. Typical wide stance from Brenderian, but the distance is poor in relation to the leaders, at least. .90 meters dead and into 12th. Vettori of Austria, the record holder on the Innsbruck Hill. Second in the World Cup standings in 1986, 87 and 90. So unlucky not to ever win the World Cup. And unlikely to now. He's now 28 years old. That's a good jump from Vettori. That'll ensure his appearance in the second round. Been on the Austrian team for 11 seasons now. Soldier from Absamaikat. 88 meters into 13. Stefan Zundt of Switzerland. 29th yesterday. Won a World Cup earlier in the season in Ruhpolding, but has since been in very indifferent form. That World Cup win was the 4th of his career. Best of the Swiss on paper. And the Swiss squad, like the Swedes, having a very trying season. 79 meters for Zundt, and he may not be back for round 2 with that. French, on the other hand, have had a very good season, thanks in no small measure to this man, Nicolas Jean-Prost, 13th here yesterday. His best result of the season, a 5th, and he's always been very consistent. They had a disappointing World Championships, but World Cup form has been great. Oh, but that's not the best start for Jean-Prost. Ivan Lunardi's 110 meters is looking more and more impressive. '88, 16th for Nicolas Jean-Prost. The last Swedish athlete in with a chance is Mikael Martinsson. 16th here yesterday, which was a sign of perhaps improving form for Mikael Martinsson. The Swedes were dreadfully disappointing World Championships. But that 16th place yesterday is unlikely to be bettered today by Martinsson. Got that all wrong from start to finish. Snow falling once again here in Lahti, as it has been for the duration of this 4-day event. And Martinsson will not be back for the second round with that distance. Zupan of Slovenia, 24th yesterday, 5th in Sapporo in Japan. His best results, capable of breaking into the top 3 on his day. And Zupan rotating on takeoff, firstly to the right and then to the left, and it was all he could do to hold it together and land there. He begins and ends his campaign on the large hill. '38th, out of the running. Next jumper, Heinz Kutin of Austria. Always the fastest man down the in-run, without fail. Has to now learn to turn that speed into distance. Oh, got good lift, Kutin. That's a good jump. That's better. We've seen Kutin's capabilities. 3rd in the opening World Cup of the season. Since then, his best was a 10th, but began to show a new attitude in the World Championships when he finished 11th. 92.5, that's good from Kutin. That's enough for 8th position. Now Yuri Palmer of the Czech Republic, third here yesterday. Sensational result for Palmer, following a fairly indifferent season. Now, can he go one better today? 110 is the target set by Lunardi of Italy. Oh, lovely jump from Palmer. That'll be close to the 100 mark. Possibly not enough to take it away from Lunardi. We'll have to wait and see. Takeoff was excellent. He went forward in one swift and smooth movement. 97, so just short of the 100 and into second behind Lunardi. Yuri Palmer of the Czech Republic continues his consistent form. Now the best of the Finns, Vesa Hakala, 9th here yesterday. Very keen to impress with his best result in Bischofshofen, which was a 4th just after the new year. 12th in the World Championships. Wide stance from Hakala, great body position, lovely jump. That's more like it from the Finns. Vesa Hakala restoring a little bit of pride, and that will come close to Lunardi's distance. Let's have a look again. He went right forward very quickly, straight as you like, skis wide and getting very good lift. Held it for as long as he dared, and a lovely landing as well. 106, so into second. So Hakala close to Lunardi's strong distance of 110 as we move into the last 10. This is Stefan Horngacher of Austria. Lunardi leads from Vesa Hakala of Finland. Oh, lovely jump from Horngacher as well. 12th here yesterday, another man getting better as the season draws to a close. 23-year-old soldier from Virgil puts down a very impressive first-round jump. What a marvellous camera shot that is. Nice landing from Horngacher. Look at the distance, 107.5, goes beyond the distance of Hakala and takes over second position from the Finn. Steve Delot of France, 23rd here yesterday, 8th in the World Championships, a very good result for Steve Delot. Beautiful wide stance, lovely jump from Steve Delot. The French back to form. Steve Delot putting down a very respectable distance. That will not take the lead from Lunardi, but it may push Horngacher out a second. Excellent style. Crossing the tails of the skis. It's unique to the French, really. 105, well into 4th. Nonetheless, fine start to his large hill campaign here in Lahti. Martin Holwerth of Austria. A good start to the season. He won a competition in Sapporo, then drifted slightly. Now seems to be coming back to the top. Aggressive takeoff from Holwerth, but poor distance. So Ivan Lunardi of Italy leads. Stefan Horngacher of Austria is now in second, and Vesa Hakala is third. Steve Delot of France is in 4th. Holwerth will not be back for the second round with that distance. '61, Bjorn Midbecken of Norway. Gold medalist from the Norwegian team at the World Championships. Midbecken well short of the 100-meter mark there. Best Norwegian is Bredesen, who goes at 63, the world champion. Jens Weissflog, the man who's done it all. World Cup champion, Four Hills champion, Olympic champion. Fifth here yesterday. Best of the Germans. Weissflog giving it everything. Good takeoff. Well, that's good distance from Weissflog, but not enough to challenge LAHTI or Mäkelä or even Steve DeLow, who's now in third. Seventh, 93.5 for Weissflog. Style as usual, good marks. Now the world champion on the large hill, when he demolished the record by 11.5 meters, Espen Bredesen of Norway. Hasn't won a World Cup this season, could be his day today. Full of confidence at the moment, Bredesen. Wide stance. A beautiful jump from Bredesen. That will be close to LAHTI's distance. And the style was exquisite as usual from the Norwegian. 24-year-old law student from Oslo. Desperate to show in World Cup that his World Championship victory was no fluke. Right on the critical point there. 110.5 into the lead. LAHTI's lead, which has stood for quite a while now, is surpassed by Bredesen. 110.5 into the lead. Now Didier Mollart has the ability to go better than Bredesen and LAHTI. A very talented jumper. Had a shave during the World Championships, which affected his performance. He's now got the designer stubble back, so let's see if it makes any difference. 33rd yesterday, very disappointing for Mollart. Prefers the large hill though. Well, he gets better, but not as good as the early New Year form. And he looks slightly more pleased with that. If anyone is going to be the first Frenchman to win a World Cup, then it's almost certain to be Didier Mollart. Although, of course, Steve DeLow is currently jumping well. Mollart, that's an improvement, 96.5. Crowd now wait the final five, the world's best. A German, a Czech, a Japanese, and 2 Austrians. Christoph Dufner. 7th yesterday. The winner in Oberstdorf, the first of the Four Hills. And Dufner going well. Beautiful landing. Very light on his feet. Held that aerial position for such a long time. Hence the landing was very light, very soft. As you can see, waiting till the very last before he closed the skis and just touching down on the very tails. 100 meters dead from Dufner. It's good distance. Now Jaroslav Sakala, best Czech jumper. Second yesterday, bronze and a silver from the World Championships. He won the 2 flying hill competitions in Bad Mittendorf before the World Championships. This man can fly. And he's done just that. Jaroslav Sakala challenging the lead. He really is quite a sensational athlete. 110.5 is the longest currently held by Espen Bredesen, the world champion. But Sakala takes no prisoners, and that was a beautiful jump. (111), Sakala takes the lead with only Kasai, Goldberger and Rathmeyer to come. This is the man who won yesterday with that truly remarkable style. Noriaki Kasai, rewritten the ski jumping books about style. Just watch. Oh, that's brilliant again from Kasai. The best in the world, there's no doubt now. And his style will be copied and practiced during the summer. And I bet that next year we see so many other ski jumpers using this position, which is more of an extended spread than a V. The landing, sensational too. Look at that, 112 and a half. Quite glorious jumping from the Japanese. And he looks set now for a double victory. Another round to come, of course, and two more jumpers in the first round. Goldberger with his fan club here, as usual. Only 10th yesterday, silver and bronze from the World Championships. Very talented jumper, but well short of the 110 mark. Andy Goldberger, still only 20 years of age. Won at Bischofshofen and Innsbruck during the Four Hills, narrowly missing out on gold in the World Championships, but currently the best of the Austrians. 99 meters, well, he's not having his best tournament here in Lahti, but smiling nonetheless. A pleasant character, Andy Goldberger. The man at the top of the ramp, still wearing the yellow jersey of the overall World Cup leader, is Werner Rathmeyer. Well, we're not seeing Rathmeyer. Perhaps he's decided not to jump today. He didn't qualify for the second round. As we see again, the longest jump so far of the first round, Noriaki Kasai. No one can touch that man at the moment. Well, indeed, Rathmeyer choosing not to jump. Wouldn't have affected things much. He's out of form at the moment. So after the first round, Noriaki Kasai leads from Jaroslav Sakala. We're getting used to seeing that as the 1 and 2. Bredesen of Norway back to form following his World Championship win. He's in third. Goldberger down in 9th. He's got a lot of work to do in the second round. Molar, better than yesterday, currently in 11th. The second round will kick off in about 20 minutes, and the best 35 from the first round will compete. If you're waiting to see Werner Rathmeyer, the overall World Cup leader, well, I imagine that Rathmeyer's injury, which has been plaguing him in the last couple of weeks, has forced him to withdraw from this competition. He's had that yellow jersey on of the World Cup leader since the very beginning of the season, and he looks like he's about to lose it, and it could go to Noriaki Kasai or Jaroslav Sakala. Whoever wins today will almost certainly assume the lead in the World Cup standings. Martinsson from Sweden, way out of it today. Looked like he was going to improve yesterday, but it's not to be. Ogorodnikov of Belarusia in 56th. Remember, only the top 35 will be back for the second round as the crowd disperse, go off for something to warm them up on this very cold day in Lahti. Well, we're going to take a short break from the action here in Lahti while the jumpers get themselves in position for the second round. We'll show you the highlights from today's excellent supergiant slalom race from Morzine in the French Alps. Second round due to kick off here in about 20 minutes or so at about 2:15 Central European time, 1:15 UK time. Welcome back to Lahti for the second round of the ski jumping World Cup competition on the large hill. 35 qualifiers for the second round, so we've lost an equivalent amount of jumpers from the first. Noriaki Kasai of Japan leading with that amazing jump from the first round. Our first qualifier in the second, Sylvain Freiholz of Switzerland. The jump from Freiholz, finished 19th here yesterday, so an improvement on that would be a bonus for Sylvain Freiholz. Best of the Swiss qualifiers is Martin Truntz, qualified in 31st position, 84 and 83 for Freiholz. Mika Latinen's done very well to qualify, 85 his first round jump, and from a start number of 1, that was a very impressive performance from Latinen, just 20 years of age, celebrated his birthday 2 days ago. Oh, and he got good lift there, Latinen, but it's not enough really. Top 15, remember, score World Cup points, and that's the aim from most of these young ski jumpers today, just to score World Cup points to qualify them for the World Cup finals. 88.5 second round distance for Latinen. Ivo Pertile, 85 meters. Tony Nieminen choosing not to jump in the second round. So Pertile, our next jumper. Well, promising takeoff from Pertile, but he failed to convert that into decent distance. 85 meters, his first round distance, 83.5, and into third. Martin Truntz, the boos from the crowd going round as the announcement that Nieminen is not taking part in the second round. Martin Truntz of Switzerland, best of the Swiss qualifiers, lying in 31st after the first. Meters, second round for Martin Truntz. 85.5 his first round, so unable to improve on that, which is another one of the crucial aims. Soininen jumped 87. Needs to go beyond 90 now. Finished 11th yesterday. Good result for Soininen, that. Oh, good second round jump from Jani Soininen. Now that may qualify him for World Cup points. He needs to finish in the top 15. 87 and 78, it's not enough. Now Nicolas Jean-Prost, first of the French challengers. He, Delot and Mollard all in the second round, which is a good performance from the rising French squad. 88 meters. Can go further. Nicolas Jean-Prost needs to be well into the 90s this time round. Well, that's not as he would have liked. The landing was good, but the distance was not as long. And 4 meters short of his first round distance, so slightly disappointing for the Frenchman. Ari-Pekka Nicolas of Finland. One of the most consistent Finnish jumpers over the years. 88.5 he jumped earlier. Making a bit of a comeback, this young man. 23 years of age now. Waiting for the signal from his coach, who will be studying the wind speed indicator. Nicolas' attempt at the second round. And we'll not really see the long distances till we get into the top 10. Goldberger, Dufner, Delo, Hakala, Horngacker, Lunardi, Bredesen, Sakala and Kasai. The last 10 to go, and the podium places will be decided from within those 10. Bjorn Myrbekken of Norway, 88.5, his first round distance. Best result in World Cup this season has been a third. Unlikely to better that today. .81.5 for Myrbekken. So again, shorter than his first round distance. Christian Moser, leader in the Europa Cup competition, had an 8th in World Cup in Sapporo earlier on in the season, then went back to the Europa Cup circuit. It's a little better from Moser, rising in confidence all the time. And for my money, he will be a serious threat next season. Beautiful jump from Moser. That's the longest jump of the second round, 96.5. Longest jump of the first round from Noliaki Kasai, 112.5. That gives you the idea of the difference between the good jumpers and the best jumpers. Jens Vetteri is one of the best, not having a very good spell at the moment. 11th yesterday. It's a good jump from Vetteri, spurred on by the performance of his younger rival in the Austrian team, Christian Moser. 96.5, Moser's jump, the longest of the second round so far. Vetteri, as usual, great body position and a textbook landing. 89.5 into second for Jens Vetteri of Austria. Helge Brendrien of Norway, 5th in the World Championships. Best result of the season for him, that. Only 28th here yesterday. Should go better than that today. The landing again, letting Brendrien now down. He needs to work on that. That is definitely the weak link within his jumping. Takeoff good. Aerial stance is excellent. But he always fails that telemark landing. Into second, 90.5 meters for Brendrien. Crowd begin to cheer. Raimo Olipeli of Finland, 35th here yesterday. Veteran of the Finnish team. 23rd after the first round. Lovely jump from Olipeli. That will be close to Moser's distance, but certainly not longer. Good landing. 95, so just short of the distance, but the combination of the two rounds pushes Olipeli of Finland into the lead. Øyvind Berg jumped 90 meters earlier. Espen Bredesen, the best of the qualifiers from the Norwegian team, in 3rd place, behind Sakala and Kasai. Nice jump from Oyvind Berg. 95 meters was the jump from Elipoli that gave him the lead, so Berg needs to be there or thereabouts to take it away from the Finn. And he doesn't. 90.5, so short of the required distance. So Komovic of Slovenia looks on the point of achieving his best result of the season. Previous best was at only a 30th, and all he has to do really is jump 90 meters or thereabouts and he will register his personal best for the 92-93 season. A nice jump, but slightly cautious perhaps. '87 into 6th. Well, that will give him his best result of the season, certainly. But not a great jump in the second round. Smiling through, though. Mikhail Esin, 25th yesterday. Currently the most consistent Russian jumper. Very straight in the air, Esin, and that was a good jump. Excellent body position. So 96.5, still the longest jump of the second round from Europa Cup leader Christian Moser. Let's see if Esin has gone any further. 92 into 3rd. 2 jumps of 92 meters give him a podium place at the moment, but he'll not hang on to that. Heinz Kutin, 11th in the World Championships on the large hill. World champion in 1991 on the normal hill. And Kutin giving a good display. Once again, so quick off the in-run. .96.5 meters, still the longest. Kutin slightly bent at the waist, but he's still got good lift. 94.5 into the lead for Kutin. Still not as long as Moser though, and he will not hang on to first place. So Tony Niemannen's troubles continue. Poor performance in the first round. He withdrew from the second, much to the disappointment of the Finnish supporters. Ladislav Bluhos, Czechoslovakia, 15th here yesterday, which secured him 1 World Cup point. Now has a chance to pick up a few more. 18th after the first round. Good jump from Bluhos, getting better as the season wears on. .5, shorter than his first round of 93. Well, in fact, shorter than that. 89.5 into 5th currently. Gerd Siegmund of Germany. 20th in the World Championships, a 15th. His best result in World Cup this season. Silver medalist in the team event at the World Championship, Siegmund. .16 to go. We'll be down to the top 10 to decide who takes victory here, and it's looking good for a double victory for Noriaki Kasai. The only man really looking like he could challenge is Yaroslav Sakala, who currently lies in second. Jana Honen, 92 metres. The new star of Finnish ski jumping, emulating Newconen and Nieminen. Getting better and better, this young man. Knows this hill well. And a great jump from Ahonen. What a prospect. I think we may be looking at another future Olympic champion for Finland. They keep producing them. And Ahonen may be the hope for the future of Finnish ski jumping. That jump was courageous. 96.5, the best so far from Moser. Ahonen looked to go further. No, we're not getting the distance through for Ahonen. This is Dionys Vodnev of Russia. I'll give you Ahonen's distance as soon as I can. Vodnev lying in 15th. 13th yesterday. Master of the telemark landing, Dionys Vodnev. Not really getting to grips with distance today. 93.5 puts him into second, so he should move up a notch or two on the World Cup standings. František Jets manoeuvres those 2.60 m skis into place. 18th yesterday. In a very strong position to finish in the top 10. 93 meters, his first round jump. And the Czech team with Palmer, Sakala and Jets now very strong. Great body position and a lovely jump from Jets. Maybe the lead. Committed takeoff. Very still in flight and a perfect landing. Indeed, well, just outside the lead. Second place, 93 and 100.5 for František Jets. And the cheers are for the old warrior, Jens Weissflog, now 28 years of age and a man who has achieved everything there is to achieve in World Cup ski jumping and Olympic ski jumping. He's still up there with the best of them. Well, not to be today though. 5th yesterday, and he'll be fortunate to go better than that today. And the 82 meters. We've seen a lot from Weissflog this year, jumping well in the first round and then poorly in the second, and it's a repeat performance today. Can't quite keep it going from round to round. Naoki Yasusaki of Japan, 4th yesterday, lying in 12th after the first round. Unlikely to break into the top 3, but anything's possible when you have the courage and ability of this man. Good takeoff, straight into that dynamic position and a lovely landing. Surely that's the lead for the Japanese. See it again. One solid movement from upright to almost parallel with his skis. A lovely landing. That's the lead. Look at that, 109. Longest jump of the second round, and Yasusaki into the lead. So Japan have the lead. Mollard needs the best jump of his Finnish campaign now, if he's to do anything about that. Typical wide stance from Mollard. Not as effective as it has been in previous World Cup competitions. Possibly trying too hard at the moment, Didier Mollard. He's come so close this season. Must be very frustrating for him not to have won a World Cup. Never has a Frenchman achieved that. Mollard could do it, but possibly not this season. Into 4, 96 metres, but well, he's laughing at himself. Yuri Palmer of the Czech Republic inches his way across the bar. Third here yesterday. Hasn't won a World Cup this season. He won 4 in his career. He's been competing since 1983. Yasuzaki leads. This is Yuri Palmer of the Czech Republic. Good jump from Palmer. That will be close, but not enough, I don't think, to take the lead away from the Japanese jumper. That jump of 109, still the longest of the second round by a long way. 94 into 5th for Palmer, slightly disappointing for him. Andy Goldberger had a slightly disappointing first round, only in 9th position. Psyching himself up at the top, 10th yesterday. The World Cup title is in his sights, but he needs to jump better than he has this weekend. And with Rathmeyer out of form, between Goldberger, Sakala and Kasai for the World Cup title, really. Goldberger's more aggressive this time. Oh, beautiful jump. That's just what he needed. Surely that's the lead then for the Austrian, the Four Hills champion. Silver and bronze from the World Championships. Twice he's won World Cups this season. And he's determined to take away the yellow bib from Rathmeyer, who's had it all season. Goldberger's style, as usual, sensational. Let's see, yes indeed, 111 metres, so he goes further than Yasuzaki by 2 metres, 99 and 111 for Goldberger. That's the lead for the Austrian. 8 to go. Dufner, notorious for failing to jump well in second rounds. Can he change that trend? Good flight from Dufner. Good jump, but short of Goldberger's distance by quite a distinct margin. Goldberger still leads, 111 metres, the longest jump of the second round. Just 1.5 metres short of Kasai's distance in the first. Dufner into third, 100.5 followed by 100. Goldberger leads from the Japanese, Yasuzaki. Dufner third. Ahonen, great performance from him, now in 4th. 7 to go. Steve Delot of France. 23rd here yesterday, but going so much more impressively today. And going better than Mollard, which is an important thing for Steve Delot. Intense rivalry between the French squad. Mollard lying currently out of the top 5. Delot in 7th after the first round. Needs to be in excess of 110. Beautiful stance again from Steve Delot, but he's down early. Now, will his first round jump be enough? I don't think so. 111 from Goldberger was a very healthy second round jump. And Kasai, Sakala and Bredesen will need to find something very special to challenge Andy Goldberger, the Austrian who currently leads. Delot into 4th. Still, a top 10 finish for Steve Delot will be a worthy achievement. The last chance for Finland, Vesa Hakala. 4th is his best result of this season. Never been better than 3rd. 9th here yesterday. Has immense talent, this young man. And is benefiting from the problems suffered by Toni Nieminen. Hakala, last chance for Finland. Oh, great style from Hakala. It's a good jump, it's not enough. Goldberger hangs on to the lead. Hakkila didn't quite get far enough forward. He was as straight as an arrow in the air, but he should have gone a little bit further forward. The landing came just slightly early. Second place for Hakkila. So Goldberger leads from Vesa Hakkila of Finland. Yasusaki now third, with 5 jumpers still to go. Stefan Horngacker of Austria, 107.5. Great first round jump from the Austrian. His teammate Goldberger leads. 12th yesterday, Stefan Horngacker. Oh, great jump from Horngacker. That was brilliant. That will challenge Goldberger. The crowd numbed into silence by that. Goldberger's a great favourite. Suddenly they see another of the Austrians rising to the bait. So brave, he held that for so long. Into the lead, 107 and 109. His second round jump, not as long as Goldberger's, but consistent between the 2 rounds, and Horngacker goes into the lead. Lunardi held the lead for a long time during round 1, 110 meters. 4th after the first round. Immense talent, this Italian. Beautiful body position again. Lunardi's flying, it's a great jump. That will be the lead for Italy. Lunardi, so close this season on so many occasions. He's been 4th. He was 4th in the World Championships, narrowly missed the medal. Could be his day. Bredesen, the weak link amongst the final 3 to jump. Lunardi's body position, exemplary. You see it again, look at that. Learning with each competition he competes in. And the landing quite brilliant again. Ivan Lunardi into the lead, 113.5, the longest jump of the day for Ivan Lunardi. Half a metre short of the K point. Bredesen needs to draw on the strength he showed in the World Championships. 110.5, his first round jump. Needs something beyond 112 to challenge Lunardi now. It's a good jump from Bredesen. I don't think it's enough. Certainly landed short of Lunardi's distance. 113.5, still the best from Lunardi. Bredesen won't beat that. But remember, it's a sport of 2 rounds. Let's see what the judges make of that. Well, they give Bredesen 4th, 104.5 the distance. So Lunardi is guaranteed a podium place. That will be his first ever podium place. Could be a first, it could be a second, it could be a third. It depends on the final 2 jumpers. Jaroslav Sakala locked in battle in 3rd place in the World Cup standings with Noriaki Kasai. Sakala, double winner at Bad Mittendorf on the flying hill. 2nd here yesterday, a bronze on the normal hill at the Worlds, a silver on the large hill at the Worlds. Can he now register his 3rd World Cup win of the season? The popular Czech athlete needs a jump in excess of 112 to be sure of taking the lead. He's capable of it. Now will he react? It's a good jump. It's a fine jump from Sakala, but it's probably not enough. It will depend on style. He's still got Kasai behind him, so although he may assume the lead from Lunardi, Kasai in a very strong position. And that was not the best style we've seen from the Czech jumper, and he landed short of Lunardi's distance. 101, only 4th for Sakala. So Lunardi still at the top of the table, within inches of his first World Cup win. This man will give it everything to deny the Italian. 112.5, he won here yesterday. Now needs a jump of equal distance to give him a double victory here in Lahti. Ivan Lunardi of Italy leading. 1 to come, and Lunardi can't believe where he's found himself. Italian ski jumping, really going places. Noriaki Kasai, watch the style, it's quite brilliant. No one comes close. He's got great lift. It's a great jump. Is it enough? We'll have to wait and see. He landed short of LAHTI's distance, but remember, he had the longest jump from the first round of 112. So a jump of around the 110 mark, which that appeared to be, will give Kasai victory. LAHTI can't bear to watch. He's biting his nails. Kasai's jump not as good as his first round. It may not be sufficient. Judges checking the style marks. We'll wait and see. And this could be historic for Ivan LAHTI. As everybody gathers round Noriaki Kasai. Photographers. Well, Noriaki Kasai takes fourth. Only good enough for fourth. So, the first victory in the career of Ivan LAHTI of Italy. The first Italian ski jumping World Cup win for many years. Ivan LAHTI always looking like he had the ability. Fourth in the World Championships on the normal hill, ninth on the large hill, and he now takes his first World Cup victory of his career. 19 years of age, Ivan LAHTI, a very popular figure on the tour, always the stylist, always a gentleman, and enjoy the style of the winner of today's large hill competition, Ivan LAHTI. Fourth, his previous best in World Cup this season, but that style and the aggression and the courage he's shown today has given him an historic victory. Ivan LAHTI, 25 World Cup points, 12,000 Swiss francs for winning today. He can't quite believe it, but it's true. Hongaka second, Bredesen third. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Goodbye from LAHTI in Finland.